Hello, I'm Simulated Erk, and welcome to another episode of Simulated Erk Train Sim World. And the only reason that I am playing this at the moment is because there is a new line out for Train Sim World. Train Sim World is also now available on your console of choice, a PlayStation or an Xbox, as well as PC. So of course I'm playing the PC version via Steam, so let's go into our Simulated Erk profile. Now we have, of course, the original Heavy Haul. We have New York, Great Western Express, Rapid Transit, West Somerset Railway, and now we have a new one, Ruhr-Sieg Nord, I think. So this is our first look at this. Deep valleys, tight curves, and picturesque vistas are yours to experience in Train Sim World. Ruhr-Sieg Nord, I don't speak German, bringing one of Germany's oldest railways to life. So let's get into it and have a look at our options. And we'll see what happens here. Now, of course, you'll have the other maps to look at as this goes on, including New York. And of course you can see other episodes, including my attempt at rapid transit on simulatedgaming.com or via the Train Sim World playlist on YouTube. I do have to admit, and it will become fairly clear during this game most likely, that I get very frustrated with the interface. Now, I haven't used a game controller much with this one. This one's a lot of mouse and or keyboard, and it is the interface, especially compared to Train Simulator, is very, very clunky in terms of user interface, getting the train to start, stop, and all of that sort of thing, compared to, of course, Train Simulator. They're both made by Dovetail Games. Train Sim World is the next step up in Train Simulator games, but of course there's not as many routes, not as many trains, the routes aren't as long, and the interface, as I said, it gets a bit clunky, and it also doesn't work with my rail driver, which I've only just recently got to work on Train Simulator. So there's our locomotive. So of course we have to
Welcome to this BR 185.2 electric locomotive in DB Traffic Red livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the start and stop procedures. Climb aboard to get started.
Okay, so this is fairly standard so far compared to other versions you get in. You do the tutorial. So climb the steps using E, and then you go to the area indicated.
The battery will power up the control desk and allow you to interact with it.
Because that's what I want in a train. I want to interact with it. Alright. Battery. Pressed for 5 seconds. There we go.
This locomotive draws power from the overhead electrical supply via a contact arm mounted on the roof. For this to work, we'll need to set up and then raise the pantograph.
Okie dokie. So that's pantograph selector to auto. So the interface is of course the same. Pantograph auto.
A lot of your time will be spent in the driver's seat.
Oh, thank you, Captain Obvious. I'll go and quasi stall, shall I? And this is what I'm not a massive fan of, trying to Trying to shut the door, sit in the seat. There's nothing there. That's because you need to go on the right. So you need to go walkie. Get out of the second person seat and get into the driver's seat. There we go.
To get the locomotive up and running, set the master switch.
Okay, master switch to neutral. Neutral.
Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational.
Okay, headlights to right.
We now need to wait a moment and let the brake system charge. It'll take a minute or two.
Okay, well I really haven't done anything for that to happen yet. Raise the pantograph.
The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled by the main circuit breaker.
Now, I must say again, I've never driven an electric locomotive. I have driven electric passenger trains, obviously. Okay, there we go.
When stopped for longer periods of time or when leaving the cab, a parking brake is engaged. We'll need to ensure this is released in order to get moving.
Now, it would be nice if that was actually in the area of the cab, but looks like we have to get out of the seat to go over to that. Should be on the desk with all the other devices.
Use the master switch to determine the direction of travel.
Okay, so we'll get back in the seat. Master switch, or what I'd call the reverser. Where are you? To forward.
The train brake is used for normal line operations.
Alright, train brake. Bring towards. Pull it away from you. Okay, that's interesting.
Due to the size and weight of this train, small amounts of traction should be used to overcome initial friction and prevent overpowering the electrical systems.
Okay, so it's suggesting go to 20% throttle. I would have thought going straight to 20% would have been too much, but here we are. Okay, we are starting to move.
Now we're rolling, we can apply more power and focus can be diverted towards achieving the desired speed.
50 kilometers an hour, so throttle up. And that's our signal on our right. Again, I'm having audio sound issues with this, but this seems to be typical of a game with the Unreal Engine. On the freight service, so I don't have to worry about stopping at stations. Which is a positive. Let's give it max power. She's the one you want to touch. Okay, 50.
Coasting is a method used to easily move without engaging power. On a flat gradient, this is great for maintaining a speed limit.
Okay, throttle off, so we're coasting. Now, of course, like most of these DLC, they seem to think that you've already had some train sim world experience. This is not as daunting for me because I've had the initial operating experience with the other ones. I have set the throttle to off. What are you talking about? Okay, so throttle, that's interesting.
To bring this freight train to a safe stop, only a small amount of braking force is required. Practice and experience will teach you how much force you'll need.
So that's interesting. So 0% throttle isn't the same as being shut off. Okay, so train brake to brake 4. 1A, 1B, that's interesting. 2. I would have thought going straight at brake 4 would have been a bit harsh too, but here we are. Gee, that sound and that engine's on rather quickly.
Good work. That concludes all of the basics of this locomotive.
Okie dokie. So on the locomotive and on the DLC I'm level 2 and overall I am level 6. Oh, there's another tutorial. Okay. Because I did see a passenger engine on all of the advertising for this game, so hopefully that's what we're going to do now. Not a massive fan of driving freight trains on these things. Then again, I'm not a massive fan of driving freight trains in real life either. Apart from the fact I've never really done it. I haven't done it actually in real life, so I obviously haven't done it. So, but then again, I see enough freight trains go by, and know guys who have been freight drivers and whatnot. So, it is of course a totally different type of driving altogether. It's a totally different type of driving. So we'll see. Oh, here we go, passenger service.
Welcome to this BR143 electric locomotive in DB Traffic Red livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the start and stop procedures.
Now,
climb aboard to get started.
How rude interrupt me like that. So I wonder if this is just the same locomotive but with passenger carriages attached. So let's go and have a look at the passenger carriages first because we know what the loco's like. Now I have seen these carriages around in Germany, they're pretty sweet. And I have played with them before on Train Simulator, so... Come on, I just want to walk. Please do not put an invisible wall there, which I think you've done. I want to go and have a look at the rest of the train, but you're not letting me walk around. It's a little bit harsh. Okay, we'll go and walk in. We'll go to the stupid locomotive. Alright. Okay, now we've... So I've got to go in here, down here. Okay. This is different.
The battery will power up the control desk and allow you to interact with it.
Okay, so the battery's in a different position on this logo compared to the other one. Okay. There's my thingy. Battery on. Hey, battery start. Okay, there we go.
This locomotive draws power from the overhead electrical supply via a pantograph mounted on the roof. For this to work, we'll need to set up which configuration we'll be using.
Okay, so on this occasion, it wants pantograph front. No. Both. No. Rear.
A lot of your time will be spent in the driver's seat.
Gee, how many times did you have to record that one to figure that one out, Captain Obvious? Or is that train driver obvious? Okay, sit in the seat. Okay.
To get the locomotive up and running, set the master switch.
Okay, the set out is different on this logo, even though it looks the same outside. Where are we? Reverser. See, in this one they actually call it a reverser. Where is my little pointer thingy? Here we go, reverser, forward.
Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational.
Alright. Headlight left. What? What? What's the one in the middle? Probably no use reading the actual gauges because it's all in German. And I'm going to do the one in... I've got to turn the actual headlight on too. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, cool. Pantograph control to raise. So, what I just call a pan up button. Where's me pointy thingy? There it is. Raise.
The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled by the main circuit breaker.
Main circuit breaker to close.
The train brake is used for normal line operations.
Okay. Because a lot of it is also getting the little dot, which you may not be able to see in exactly the right position. Driver's brake valve to release. No, that's full service. Go the other way. There we go.
When stopped for longer periods of time or when leaving the cab, a handbrake is engaged. We'll need to ensure this is released in order to get moving.
Okay. Where are you? Are you actually on the desk this time? Oh, the handbrake's that thing. Okay. That little wheel thingy.
The force selector determines how much tractive effort force is being supplied to the train.
You really want to go to max power straight away? Are you sure? Are you going to tell me I'm a bad driver if I do that? Where is the dot? And this is the problem that I have. The little dot, it has to be so precise, and if you're trying to do it at speed with all the lights off, it's not easy. Okay, 100% max power. So when you want to touch 120%, how's that even possible?
AFB allows the driver to easily amend the speed of a locomotive as required. Once a desired speed is set, indicated by a red needle on the speedometer, the locomotive will automatically adjust to meet that speed.
So in other words, cruise control. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Now how do I do that? Okay, so that's that big one there. 2 on 10, 20, 30, 40. That's pretty sweet. Now I shouldn't have to do anything because I've got the
To prepare the train for stopping, AFB should first be turned off.
Oh, you gotta turn it off every time you want to stop. Pain in the arse.
The size and weight of a train play a large part in determining how much braking force is needed to perform a safe, steady stop.
Yes, well that will happen eventually. When do you want me to stop it now? Do you want me to stop it now so Granny behind me falls down the stairs, or would you just want a gradual stop? Would you like me to go into max braking? See, that doesn't... Oh, that's probably the 0-0 for the cruise control on my actual speed. Okay. Roger that 10-4, big buddy, later.
Good work. That is the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this locomotive.
Okie dokie. So we've done that. We're now level 2 on this loco, level 3 in game, and level 7 overall. There's another tutorial. It's probably for the cab at the back, because it's a push-pull, so there's probably a tutorial for the cabin at the back too. I hope you can do everything from that cab that we just did. Let's have a look. I like the detail. The detail's awesome, but it's that detail that's also a pain in the ass when you're trying to when you're just trying to enjoy the drive, and because you're not using a mouse in real life, that's you've got 0.1%, of an area that you just have to have your mouse in that dot in exactly the right spot. It would be awesome if they could get Raildriver to work with it. If they could get Raildriver to work with it, that would be awesome, and then I wouldn't... Okay, this might be the other end. Let's have a look. Yep, that's the other end. Okay, we don't have a voice for this one, so... The cab relies on the locomotive for power for the purposes of this tutorial. We have started the locomotive for you. Okay, climb through the door indicated. So we have to go through the passenger door, which is interesting. On my trains, you don't have to go through the passenger door. Okay, so you go up to the cab. Okay, that's... Okay, so we're going to go through the main... Can I close the door? Main battery switch to on. Signal lights. So that probably means marker lights in my terminology. Set the signal lights to headlights. Where are you, you little dot? Off headlights. Go and sit in the driver's seat. Most of your time will be spent in the driver's seat, because who would have known? Certainly not me. Because I have absolutely zero driving experience at all. Turn on the brake key. Okay. If you were a brake key, where would you be hiding? You would be hiding over. You would be hiding, yeah. No. Brake key, there we go. Brake key on. Set the reverser to forward. At least they call it a reverser. Reverser to forward. Pantograph raised. Pantograph raised. The main circuit breaker, or MCB. On my trains, they used to be called MCBs, but that was miniature circuit breaker. MCB closed. Headlights to reduced. It's an interesting name for it. So we're going to turn on the headlights, but not really. Reduced. There we go. And release the brakes. And throttle to 20%. Now, do we have the cruise control that we had before is the question. Now visually, as all the other ones, the visuals and the amount of detail and everything are fantastic. So we need to go to about 32 kilometers an hour, we're about 25 at the moment. So we need to throttle back to off, maintain current speed. Well, I shouldn't have to do anything to do that if I'm on level ground and I've just shut off. So 38 kilometers an hour, we've done a good job. Time to stop the train. Why the train brake to 1B, 1A, 1B. Bring the train to a complete stand. Would you like Granny to join me in the cab? Probably you wouldn't. Where are you? Not letting me do anything else, you just want me to come to a gradual stand, I believe. And we are coming to a gradual stop, and we will be stopped in a moment. Okay, we have done that. Take this basic training and apply it to future operations and it will be great. So now we have driven the train from both ends. We are now level 4 on this DLC, level 2 on this cab, and level 7 in total. Alright, that is our tutorials done. We will go to our main menu, and what I might do, just something a little bit different, we might actually just go for a ride. To start with, have a look at the passenger compartments. We've seen the cabs now, so we don't really need to do that. We'll just jump on somebody else's train. Okay, services. Okay, so we are going to walk around, We are going to stay spring clear. Want it to be about lunchtime, I think. So we're going to start at Hagen. Okay, so let's do that. If you're a regular watcher of Simulated Erk, you know I know how to drive a train. I want to show you what this game's like, what the graphics are like and everything like that. Give you a look at the tutorials, give you a look at the trains, etc. Don't necessarily need to drive it tonight. But I think it's going to be fairly similar to the other ones now. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, these trains are now, or some of these DLCs are available now on console. So the loading time, as you can imagine, the graphics on this are highly detailed, so they take a little bit of time to load. I noticed that they're just showing New York, and they're just also showing, they're showing New York and the S-Bahn, the other German route, rapid transit. They're not showing anything else on these two screens, they're just alternating between these two screens at the moment. Okay, here we go. Oh, hello. So, let's go for a walk. We are at Hagen. It's a one carriage train with a locomotive at the back. That's a bit stupid. Okay. Now the question is, can I get over to the other side, or is there going to be a train coming soon here? Oh, well, these people are all walking up here. So we might follow them. Oh, there's still people walking in this direction, so...
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
So, it's interesting to note here, although I mean, it's interesting to note here that platforms 4 and 5 aren't necessarily next to each other. On the left is platform 4, on the right is platform 6, although I have noticed in some German railways in the real world, because this is a super long platform, one half of the platform might be 6A or 6B, or one half might be 5, one half might be 6, something like that. So of course here at the moment I've got no idea, and these screens don't show anything. I've got no idea how long we're supposed to wait for the train. But all these people seem to be gathered up here, so we will be a person who will be waiting with the other passengers, just waiting for the train. That really has stunned me that there's only a locomotive and basically a trailer car with a cab. It's a little bit of a surprise. Although of course I don't know where it's going. Wherever it's going, it doesn't seem to be in too much of a hurry to get there. So it could even be stabled on the platform for later use. I'm not sure at this stage. See, I don't want to wander too far away from the platform, from where we are either, with all these other people. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen. Oh, actually, it's good afternoon now in Germany. Where is the train? Can you tell me, s'il vous plaît? Oh, that's French, you idiot. Maybe she's French, I don't know. Although I did notice when I was in Germany, many people in Germany speak English, but finding them or actually getting them to do it is not necessarily an easy matter. On the other hand,
Zug fährt ein. Bitte achten Sie auf die Markierung am Bahnsteigrand.
and of course I had no idea what that announcement said. For all I know, that announcement could have said the train is arriving in 1 minute. Please stand clear of the line. Have I got the signal at the end of the platform? No, not at that end. And I can't tell down there either. That is, I guess, one of the disadvantages of just walking around compared to actually driving the train yourself, I guess. Because we've been waiting here for 6 minutes for the train already, almost 7 minutes for the train already. You know, and the train could come in the next couple of minutes and it's all sweet, who knows. I think I can hear a train. I can definitely hear a train now. I can hear some car horns. Possibly a level crossing. I would not like to know which way I should be looking, so I know where the train's coming from. So I can see it, but we'll find that out soon, I guess. But I definitely thought I could hear a train which sounded a bit further away than that train over there. She's probably thinking, why is that Australian guy talking to himself? That simulated Australian guy, why is he talking to himself? That, my friend, is a very good question. Come on, train. Welcome to Simulated Train Passenger, where we simulate waiting for a train. If this was me in real life, I'd be sitting around waiting for a train on Simulated Twitter or Simulated Facebook at the moment. And
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
hello and welcome to Flixbus. I've got no idea what that guy said. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. Now, wouldn't that be the ironic thing? I leave the station and there's a Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. Fernbus Coach Simulator, which I also have and haven't played for some time. Apparently there's been a big graphics overhaul of Fernbus Coach Simulator. Hopefully they've also made the autobahn on and off ramps bigger. But I don't think they have somehow. We're also in the middle of playing Bus Simulator. Also set in Germany. Let's see. Train weekend has soon. Have to record some more Train Simulator episodes as well. We had a couple of Steam episodes, which were pretty cool. Oh, nobody seems to be tapping their watch or anything like they usually do to me as I'm coming in sometimes in my real train. Even though you're on, sometimes you can be on time and everything else could be on time, and you'll see people tapping their watch like they think they're so funny because they think that they're the only person who's ever thought of that. Maybe I should have walked over to that other train. This simulated train passenger experience is not doing me any favours. Somebody whistling. Somebody's whistling, somebody's coughing. I can hear the reversing beeps of a truck or a tractor or an excavator, something like that.
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
I didn't even hear anything that even resembled English in that announcement. Sometimes you can get foreign language words that are either foreign language words that directly sound like they're English words that you would recognise, or they're just words that you recognise and you can figure out what they are. She's crossed her arms. Not happy, Jan. And I bet the moment that I move, the train will come. got no indication of... Oh, that's a bit freaky. Got no indication when this train's actually going to arrive. Well, you know what? I'm going for a walk. At least we can have a look around the station as we go. And if the train comes, I will be so annoyed. Oh, well, this bit's 6A, that one's 4A. That's a chip machine. Oh, there we go. We can get some chips and chocolates and etc. Okay, so this is 6B.
Bitte achten Sie darauf, Ihre persönlichen Gegenstände nicht zurückzulassen.
That a train coming? If it is, I'm going to be so annoyed. Oh, that train's moving. Oh, that's annoying. It was over there. It was over there a fair while. Let's see if we can go. Okay, that's interesting. So, platform 4 and 5, it's the same platform but are up there. 4 and 6 are there. Okay, that's interesting. Can we go into the lift? Probably not. Oh, they've even put the railway information signs in German. That's cool. They look the same as they did in Rapid Transit. And they look the same as they did in Great Western Express, but like they were in Rapid Transit, they were in English. This train doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon, although there are seemingly people on board, so... Oops. So we'll take a screen cap for the show notes. There we go. Now, can we actually go... Oh, I am train crew, so I should be able
Bitte
to
achten
get
Sie
in.
auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und
What did he say?
Bahnsteigkante.
Door locked. Door open. Hello, people. So those people have been sitting there for about 15 minutes. Hope they haven't been waiting for me. Alright, door closed. Door open. Door closed. Now, hang on. Service is scheduled for 12:30. Okay, so it's 12:18 now. Train line power. Hey, they didn't tell me about that in the tutorial. Train line power. Pantograph. Raise. Miniature circuit breaker. Close. Using sander, I don't need. Brakes released, no. Signal, headlights reduced. Headlight instrument lights on. MCB, I did that. Pantograph, I did that. Air compressor. Brake key on. Reverser forward. Train brake. Applied. So we're going that way. So if we tab and go unlock our doors on the right, which they don't tell you about. Which they don't tell you about in the tutorial. They assume you already know it.
Bitte achten Sie darauf, Ihre persönlichen Gegenstände nicht zu verlassen.
What did he say? Door unlocking. Coach lights on. Standard and brake release. I mean, headlights reduced. Instruments on. Cabin timetable. Lights on. Don't need the timetable. Lights on. Headlights for that matter. High beam off. Direct brake release. Open and close passenger doors. Instead of using the keyboard, I guess. So service is scheduled to start at 12:30. I don't know where I'm even going. Let's check. So door unlock right side doors, reverser forward, throttle off, train brake 4, electric brake 4, key on, direct brake release. Now, if we get out of the seat, we okay, our passenger door is now open because I opened it. Show you who knew. Screen cap for the show notes. front? Probably not. Alright, hang on. I've got to get through that door.
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
Alright, what's up here? Have I done things out of order? Battery main switch on. Signal lights, headlights, that will probably help. Fuse. Battery main switch on. We've already put the pantograph up. So if I go outside now, you should see that we've turned the headlights on. And yes, we have. And there's a train over there, but I don't think that was on the platform. No, that wasn't on the platform what we were on. Hello and welcome. Oh, that's a toilet. Okay. Okay, let's go up and have a look inside the do not much bedroom. As much as I want to sit in a standard car seat, door open. Sit in the first class seat. So far as it doesn't say, do you want someone else to drive this service? Yes, I do. Door closed. About 5 minutes to go before departure. Sit in driver's seat. Reverse room forward. Front off. Doors unlocked. Coach lights on. Sander we don't need to worry about. Brake released. Emergency brake release. Oh, our handbrake was over.
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
Was over here somewhere, or have we already released it? Override release. Pantograph. Raise, we did that. Train line powers on, we did circuit breaker, we've already done all that. Coat hooks. We've closed the doors. Oh, we can. Oh, that's cool. We can probably not need to lower the blind 71%, but that's cool. We can. Containment hammer, I presume, or an emergency hammer. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to touch it. And of course, everything's in German. Service is scheduled for start at 12:30. is at 12:28. So we will see if we can pass this signal. Danger, danger! High voltage. Maybe we'll get the road when it's 12:30. Now I can't actually see once he's over here. Emergency brake released. Charging control off. Oh, these could be guard controls too. Although I see me like control all the doors. One minute to go before departure. I have no idea what he said, but I presume that it's almost time for the train to depart, please take care. Service is due to depart at 12:30. Objective complete. I can't if I don't have the road. Proceed at restricted speed. Roger that. Brakes off. And throttle, here we go. Oh, I was supposed to go the other way. Okay, after all that, I was supposed to go the other way. Did I not say, can I pass the signal of danger? He said yes, travel at restricted speed. I take off, you've passed the signal of danger, game over. I obviously should have been driving from the locomotive end. Which I've got no way of knowing. So let's do a scenario. Because I was thinking, do I go and have a look at the locomotive end? Do I see if I've got the signal? But, oh well. Again, assume knowledge that I don't have. Assume German local / game knowledge that I don't have. So, of course, in reality, I'd have to go and see my simulated shift manager, because of course I do. Okay, let's do a scenario. Returning empty. I like the sound of that. Rise and shine, 10 minutes, bring a passenger train into operation. Well, we've been going for a while already, so I'm just going to do rise and shine, and let's see what happens, because we've been going for a while already. we're at an hour already, and I've driven an in-service train probably 2 meters. So we will attempt to do this and we'll see what happens. And of course we will wait for the thingy to load. Rise and shine, buddy-o. So each train must be set up and brought into service. Okay. Yeah, now what? That train over there or another train? You'll find your train in the yard beyond the station. Remember, this is an operational railway. Be aware of your surroundings. Okay. Alright, so let's go. Walkie, 220 metres apparently. I would have thought there would have been a safer way than we wanted us to walk into this, but apparently not. So I'm trying to stay out of the actual danger zone. So that looks like our train up there. So 8 o'clock, that train should already be in service. Let's walk to our train. Maybe we'll go onto the track that we're already on. Okay, to move, you'll need to activate the locomotive and cab control car found at the upper end. Of course we do. Okay, so we'll go this way. So as you can see, the train's totally dead at the moment. It's on battery power at most. Okay, so we'll get in. I was gonna say, is that even a door? Yep, that's a door. So can I let us go in the door? Yes, it will. Confused. Okay, there we go. That's a cab, so this is the one where everything is behind us. So we'll close that door. Go this way. I can't see a thing. Oh yeah, I think I have to walk through the cab. Yeah, walk through the cab and... Yeah, here we go. Battery, start. Pantograph to rear. Sit in the seat. And set the reverser. To reverse, because we'll be driving from the other end. Okay, I've done that. Oh, I have to sit in the actual seat. Okay. I'll wait for the brakes to charge. Interesting here that they're talking about bar pressure, whereas I would talk in kilopascals. Okay, just waiting for the brakes to charge. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, so that's done. Make sure that the pantograph is raised. Pantograph raised. And the main circuit breaker is closed. Set the driver's brake to full service. So we're doing our brake handle release. Set the reverser to neutral. Set the driver's brake to minimum off. Set the headlights to tail lights. Pardon me. Release the handbrake. Okay, so out of the seat. Walkie, walkie, walkie. Close the door. Open the door. Climb down. Close the door. Into the cab. Climb up the steps. Alright, battery. On. Change the tail lights to headlights. Pardon me. Sit in the seat. Reverser to forward. I'm going to activate the brake key first. Brake key, done that. Try and brake to full service. Train brake to release. Make sure the pan's raised. Close the miniature circuit breaker. Okay, we are routed into platform 3, even though the signal there says platform 4. Brakes are released. Okay, can we go now? Reverse and forward, max power. Brakes are off. What are you doing to me, train? Compressor on, traction fair. What are you doing to me? Hang on, why are you... Brake released. Sander, coach lights should be on. Doors locked. Train brakes released. See, release and running have got different terminology. Throttle. Now we should be able to depart, you would think. What are we doing wrong, Mr. Train? Reverser forward. Throttle. Max power. High beam off. Train brake released. Electric brake released. Why are we not moving? Train line power is start, so if that makes a difference, that's on. Miniature circuit breaker closed. Pantograph is raised. Acknowledgement pressed. It must be the vigilance or something. Okay, why am I not moving? I've done emergency brake release. Where's the park brake on this thing? What am I not going? Train brakes full service. Throttle off. Reverser neutral. Train line power off. Train line power on. Pan up. Main circuit breaker closed. That doesn't tell me what they are. Electric brake released. Train brake released. That sounded positive. Throttle. Max power. And still we is not moving. And I don't know why. Brake keys on. Oh, it's not in. It's not saying that all our doors are. Hang on. Whoa, Nelly. Now we'll see if that makes a difference. Because I said that, made sure that the doors were closed, but obviously not. Here we go. That was the problem. The doors weren't closed. Ah, why are we going backwards? Reverser forward. Throttle on. Now what have we done? Train keys on, train brake released. Max power. Brake released. Door locking, lock all. What now? Wipers. to me train. Meow, what are you doing? My cat meow meow's running around the studio. Clawing the carpet and whatnot. Alright, one more try. We'll throttle off. Brakes released. Put brakes on. Reverser off. We'll turn the train off. Pantograph lower. Engine circuit breaker open. So we will go to train power. Start. We will raise our pantograph and close the miniature circuit breaker. And it just sounds like now that everything is dead. Pantograph lower. Miniature circuit breaker open. Train line power off. Throttle off. Reverser is off. Train key off. Alright, train key on. Train key on. Train line power start. Pantograph raised. Miniature circuit breaker closed. Oh, main circuit breaker closed. Alright, reverser into forward. Train brakes off. Throttle forward. Brake release. Release. Headlights okay. Light beam off. I don't know why those two are on. Doors are locked. Train line power on. Miniature circuit breaker on. Pantograph on. Video acknowledge pressed. Override. So unfortunately, okay, they're both released. We are in max power. Throttle off. Oh, we've got Those two lights, I think, hold the key, but I don't know. Coach lights on. Sandra, I don't need to worry about. Door locking, they're all locked. And this gauge, unfortunately, down there. I am... Battery main switch on. Signal headlights on. Sitter fuse on, I guess. Oh, that could be anything. I am really fresh out of ideas. I'm sorry, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. I am fresh out of ideas. This train she no move. And I don't know why, and I've already been recording for, holy crap, 90 minutes, and I've moved maybe 2 meters on the main line. I am Simulated Erk. I am frustrated, and I hopefully will see you again at simulatederkgaming.com. Again, I don't think I'll be playing Train Sim World for some time because this is frustrating to say the least. You follow all the instructions, and yeah, I've got no idea. Until next time, I'm Simulated Erk. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.